Are you feeling a little bit unsure about your dancing skills? Well, I just wanted to take a few minutes to talk about some things that have helped me become more confident as a dancer throughout the years. My name's Lauren, and I've been dancing now, teaching, choreographing, performing for about 26 years. And this has been through college and grad school and dancing professionally in a company for 5 years. And now, as an independent artist and a dance community facilitator, I'm still dancing on a regular basis, but it looks a lot different. So, if you've been feeling unsure about your skills as a dancer, or how you perform at auditions, or how you take class, even as a beginner, and maybe especially as a beginner, I wanted to share my experience and give you a few tips, things that have helped me over the years. All right, let's go ahead and talk about it. So, confidence in dance, I think, starts with small actions, sometimes repeated, practiced, maybe even considered consistent actions that build up over time. By focusing on fun and trusting our bodies and finding a supportive environment, we can help ourselves to build more confidence in this thing that we call dancing. If you are a beginner and you're interested in having a little more support, we have a school community. I'll leave the link in the description. It's called School Dance. It's actually for anyone. We have professional dancers, we have enthusiasts, we have practitioners that are returning to dance. If you have any interest in the topic of dance, come and join us in community where we talk about things like this and support one another on our journeys. I'm going to ask myself a few questions to keep me on track. What helped me build confidence as a dancer over the years? I think this has looked different in different periods of life. When I'm learning new styles, that has been the time where I've noticed my confidence sometimes decreasing. Doing things that I've never done before, whether it's going to a new studio or trying out a new class for the first time, or performing something that I haven't really rehearsed as much as I would like to. In these moments, I return to things that have helped me in the past, things that help me to feel calm. I take time to remember movement, to remember myself, and remember things that have helped me feel confident in other areas that sometimes will translate to dance. So that looks like sometimes writing things down. By taking notes in class in college, I was able to build up this system where I take feedback that other people give me, process through that, write down what I want to remember in a little dance notebook or journal, and then I can focus on improving those areas or just remembering to focus on those things next time I do them. Just writing things down really helps me to remember, and that act of memory helps me feel more confident. Just being able to process through things. So I would encourage you, consider journaling or taking voice notes or talking to someone about your experience either beforehand. I think self-talk can really assist us in feeling more confident. The way we talk to ourselves on a regular basis, our inner thoughts, but also sometimes just verbalizing, okay, I'm preparing to do this performance, and these are the moves that I want to remember. These are the steps that I would like to practice. I'm going to do this right now in my body, or I might even visualize, just sit, close my eyes, or keep them open and visualize myself doing these dance movements. That has really helped as well. The more we can find ways to remember things kind of fresh and new, I think there's so much stimulation coming at us in the world now, and it's easy to get distracted. I do that even when I'm talking to y'all. It's easy to get distracted and to lose focus on the main thing or the point. And when it comes to building confidence, focus, I think, can really be a tool to help us feel more confident when we are knowing, when we are assured of what it is that we're doing and how we're going to do it, I think our body and mind is able to feel confident about it. So helping me build confidence as a dancer in the past in college would be writing things down, processing them out loud. In college and grad school, to some degree, there's this whole grading system in academia. There's this whole ranking system of seeing how you place in line with other people and a comparison of sorts. That hasn't always benefited me. I would say I've been a very studious person, what some might call a disciplined person, very routine. So some areas of schoolwork and college life, written academics, things with very objective measurements were helpful for me to see myself and see my progress. But things like dance sometimes come across as very subjective. And I have to remind myself that the grades that I receive or the positive or negative remarks that I receive about my dance training aren't about me as a person, although I am the one moving. So sometimes it's been helpful for me to separate feedback about my dancing from me as a person and who I am. They are different. And unless someone is specifically talking about you as a person, who you are, how you look, what it is about your personality or something personal, I am learning more and more not to take things so personally, because oftentimes it's just about our dancing and people don't always have the tools or the language, myself included, to talk about dance and about someone's movement without it feeling as if it's like a personal, I don't know any other word besides attack. Why is mindset so important for beginners? I will also say things that I have heard from others that help build confidence as a dancer are recording yourself, seeing yourself doing these movements can be helpful for some people. Some people don't like to watch themselves on camera, and that's okay. It's not a requirement at all. But for others, I've seen it used as a useful tool, and I've used that myself in recent years, seeing how I perform a movement and how I can improve to help myself feel more confident about how I'm doing these steps. So visualization, writing things down, recording yourself, and I'm sure there's many others. If you can think of some, why don't you throw them in the comments? Throw them in the confidence. Throw them in the comments, and I'll be sure to leave you a message in response. Second question, why is mindset so important for beginners? I think mindset is important for everyone. I am a parent artist. I never really left dance, but there was this whole period of pandemic and birth and postpartum where dance looked a lot different for me, and I didn't dance as frequently as I used to, so it felt like I left and returned to dance. My practice just became a lot different. So mindset is important for beginners to build confidence for different reasons. It's helpful for us to have an open mindset about learning new skills and about our ability to do that. It's helpful for us to be able to frame things and give ourselves positive feedback and put them into a frame that is assisting us and not one that's going to hinder us in the long run. It's helpful for us to be able to think our thoughts and also recognize when we are catastrophizing or when we are taking things personally. Mindset for me has been helpful as a parent artist to do this dancing thing alongside a still relatively new parenthood journey, parenting a toddler with my partner, and to be able to look at what I have to offer and what I'm working on, what I'm doing for dance, and to see the value in it, even if it doesn't look like everyone else's journey. To notice that my path in dance and art is different from the person next to me. So especially as a beginner, coming into new classes, coming into maybe even new spaces and communities where you haven't been a part of this experience in this way before, it can be helpful to think of this as a time of exploration, experimentation, of trying on new hats, trying on new modes of being, and to keep it light, to keep it simply that. I'm testing the waters, I'm trying something new. Even if you are doing this with the intention of going into a professional or a more advanced dance experience, I think having this mindset of exploration and curiosity and discovery and even self-reflection can be really helpful tools to put you in a position to learn more, to be open to growth, to be open to change, and that I think can build your confidence as well as a beginner or anyone really. Third question is, how can community support someone just starting out? So many ways that community can support, and some of these community settings are kind of built into dance studios or dance colleges. You have people around you oftentimes that are pursuing this same experience of taking class. Even if it's open class, you might meet people there that are doing this dance life journey and can come alongside you as a support. There's often people that are in locations or in settings where they might feel disconnected from others and not in community, although they're taking classes. If that's you, I encourage you to even look online or to find your support, build your support system from other people. Maybe not even artists, maybe not even dancers, but do you have people around you that can be a sounding board when you need to have conversations about your dance journey? Do you have people around you who can speak positively, who can affirm your identity and your value as a human, and can listen? I think just finding those people that can support you on your journey. And if you don't see them in the obvious places that we might expect to see them, maybe do some digging online, leave a comment, and we can also assist you in this community. Community can be huge to build our confidence. Seeing people who have done this before and feeling as if we can do it too, I think is huge. In a community, we often have people of different backgrounds, people of different skill levels and experience levels, I guess. And seeing these different things, people who've danced longer that you can maybe learn from, people who've danced less or are new that you can share your newfound skills with, and just being open to knowing that growth, connection, and learning can come from unexpected places. And if you have a community around you to support, I think it gives you an opportunity to share, and your experience as a dancer can be so much richer. I think just having people along the journey can help us feel like we're not alone. And that's huge for building our confidence as dancers. These are thoughts, clearly, rambling thoughts from my own experience. I think there's more stuff, more concrete things. But that's where I'm going to start and leave it at. So if you have anything you want to share, questions you want to ask, feedback you want to give, please leave a comment and I'll be sure to message you back. Otherwise, I will catch you all in the next video. And I hope that you have a wonderful experience wherever you're at in your own dance journey. If you want to join us in community, click the link in the description and come on into School Dance. I would love to meet you there. All right, bye-bye.